Uncover the astonishing megaproject that's reshaping the global power dynamics, leaving the USA astonished and wondering what's next. Russia has revealed an ambitious plan to build 3 railway lines connecting China, including a modern high-speed line crossing all 3 nations. Russia wants to take advantage of the enormous potential of the Chinese market, with a goal of boosting trade and reviving the local economy. This enormous project is expected to cost more than an astonishing $260 billion. This project has important consequences and is definitely challenging and contentious. However, if finished, the railway promises to improve Russia's position and maybe open up even more doors for development. The strategic decision made by Russia to build a railway to China is highly pertinent given the current state of the world. Russia has been under increasing pressure from Western and European organizations over the past couple of years, which has caused a brief economic slowdown. Russia's main export destination for natural gas has always been Europe. The energy exports from Russia to the continent fell by about 50% this year, as Europe stopped importing energy resources from the country. In parallel, Russia saw a tremendous increase in its natural gas shipments to China of 63.4%. With a massive population of 1.4 billion, China is the greatest market in the world for any nation. Its extraordinary demand is greater than any others. In addition, China is home to the magnificent China-Europe Railway Express, a railway building venture linking Russia. The first railway from Russia to Xinjiang in China, which is only 55 kilometers from Russian soil in northern Xinjiang, is one significant feature. When it is finished, Russia will see the realization of frictionless cross-border trade with China, cutting the transit time to just half an hour. Due to these elements, China is an obvious location for maximizing market potential. Based on the strategic location of this railway project, what are the benefits both countries are trying to achieve? We will check it out shortly. China's railway network links Russia to the north, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia. Russia's plan to ship ore and raw materials through this route has drawn attention, particularly from pro-Russian voices in Europe. The U.S. opposes and worries about this railway initiative, highlighting China's extensive rail system. Previously viewed negatively, the China-Europe Railway Express now enjoys worldwide interest due to its unparalleled efficiency in product transportation. With fast and direct delivery, it has become the preferred option for cargo. In 2023, over 10,000 trains will serve 200 cities in 24 European countries, strengthening trade ties between Europe and China. These strong commercial linkages are made possible in large part by the fact that Xinjiang serves as the main departure location for China-Europe trains. The number of trains traveling to and from China has already topped 5,000 this year. When compared to prior years, the frequency of trade between Xinjiang and European nations has increased by an impressive 40%. Russia has significant reasons for having to build a railway to Xinjiang. Despite just being 55 kilometers long, the railway's construction presents major difficulties. The endeavor is challenging because the border region is made up of rough mountains and tangled jungles. The 55-kilometer-long project involves building 2 bridges and 3 tunnels while crossing tough terrain and ecologically protected zones. Such an undertaking would take a minimum of 2 years to finish. The primary motivation behind Russia's ambition to build this railway to China is its desire to boost commerce and make up for the Western nations' declining market share. Aside from that, opening up channels to China would provide Russia access to an abundance of resources and other nations. There will surely be a significant increase in Russian commerce exports after the railway project is finished. Also, Xinjiang, a popular tourist destination in China, has a lot of potential thanks to its distinctive port for agricultural products, which has drawn attention. A remarkable 44.5% growth in trade exports of Xinjiang's agricultural goods via the European rail route has been observed in recent years. The shortest transit route between the two nations would be established with the opening of the railway from Russia to Xinjiang, substantially expanding trade potential. The second railway project is a large-scale, high-speed rail initiative that crosses 3 nations. The project attempts to connect Beijing, China, to Moscow, Russia, via a route that goes through Kazakhstan, despite its significant difficulties and expensive costs. It used to take 6 days and 5 nights to travel by train from Russia to Beijing because the two countries' railway systems weren't compatible. Travelers were fatigued after another 2 hours were spent changing tracks. However, the high-speed rail system has made it so convenient that it only takes 30 hours to go between Beijing and Moscow. Although it may seem odd that the United States lacks a high-speed rail network while Russia is eager to build one to connect with China, it is important to note that Russia's Trans-Siberian Railway, the longest railway in the world, is currently in need of improvements and repairs. Furthermore, even Africa has embraced the high-speed rail era, demonstrating its potential as an effective form of transportation that can rival the speed of an airplane. High-speed rail has promoted economic growth and improved quality of life in China and Africa, which are both visible. Russia's visionary plan for an extensive high-speed rail aims to strengthen China-Russian ties. But the challenging Russian Alpine region poses major hurdles with its frozen soil and precarious terrain. Despite China's expertise, the local climate, geology, and construction length amplify the monumental challenges. The project's sheer magnitude demands a timeline of over 5 years. However, the anticipated rewards will make the wait worthwhile, making each moment of anticipation valuable. Before we head towards the third out of the 3 crucial multi-billion-dollar railway projects and analyze its significance, make sure that you have hit the like and subscribe button to get instant video alerts. Now let's continue. The spectacular third railway project, which includes the China-Russia Cross-River Railway Bridge, is a rare example of a cross-border collaboration between these two countries. This amazing feat, which was completed in November of 2022, is 7 kilometers long. The miracle was successfully created by a Sino-Russian joint company after 7 years of non-stop work. This remarkable railway connects Khabarovsk, the largest city in the Far East, with Europe and starts in Heilongjiang, China, and goes all the way to Siberia. This railway, which boasts a record 21 million ton yearly cargo capacity, has generated significant changes in trade patterns. Trade between northeast China and Russia have increased by a significant 45% since the China-Russia Cross-River Railway Bridge's opening. China is now the crucial link connecting the West and the East, which has also changed the logistics course. Both nations also want to use this railway as a new land grain route. Plans to open the Trans-Balkan grain terminal are being made as part of this innovative initiative. The terminal, which has an 8 million ton yearly capacity, will completely change how important grain resources are stored and transported. China benefits from streamlined transportation to promote a wide range of goods produced in both nations, while Russia anticipates a considerable improvement in its economic climate as a result of increased trade exchanges with China. The resultant improvements in the standard of living for tens of millions of people in China and Russia highlight the genuine win-win nature of this cooperative effort. The building of railways in China and Russia has the potential to significantly alter both countries. China and Russia have a long history of working together, and they continually look for ways to benefit each other. In its efforts to promote world peace, China has aggressively promoted close cooperation between countries in order to create a shared future for all of humanity. Russia is currently dealing with a number of domestic issues, such as barriers to trade and export. In such situations, China appears as a ray of hope, providing priceless assistance. Both China and Russia stand to gain a great deal from their ongoing peaceful collaboration, which will move them both in a more optimistic path. The Chinese market offers enormous potential for Russian exports, while China has access to Russia's plentiful resources, ensuring that both sides benefit going forward. Additionally, Kazakhstan has something to gain from the Sino-Russian railway's construction. The burden placed on Kazakhstan's railway maintenance and operation will be reduced by this important initiative. China has successfully run 15,000 China-Europe trains since 2021, with half of them passing through Kazakhstan to reach Europe. A sizable part of these trains can be diverted to other railways once the China-Russia railway is finished. Additionally, by using the China-Europe railway to carry Russian resources to Europe, pressure on European countries would be reduced. As we all know nowadays, a group of 7 nations led by the United States has frozen the Russian central bank's foreign exchange assets at the moment. The SWIFT settlement mechanism has also just received a proposal from Russia. In order to limit Russia's access to financial resources, technological developments, and trade, Western nations led by the United States are putting plans in place. Given these circumstances, the expansion of railways for Russia becomes essential, creating more prospects for growth. These cross-border railway projects must work closely with both sides in order to be effective because they must navigate difficult terrain and difficult situations. Russia is still dedicated to advancing these big projects in spite of opposition from various countries. The first and third railway have already been built. However, the second one may take several years or more to complete. However, when completed, these revolutionary railways would bring about significant improvements, constituting a remarkable advancement for the nation. An important question arises here. Will the U.S. be able to uphold these massive and economically fruitful projects from being operated successfully? Share your thoughts in the comments section and stay tuned with us, because we always strive to bring you the most advanced engineering projects from around the globe.